guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. Last time we started Disc 3 and spoke with Sorceress Adia before stealing her card from her. This time we're going to do a butt ton of side quests. What, you didn't want to do side quests at the start of the disc already? I was mostly kidding. There's not a lot of side quests. As far as side quests goes, we pick up this magazine, which is now in the training facility for some reason, and then we're going to go over a couple of things here in the menu, and that's about it. First thing, new GF, Alexander. We want Alexander to start working on some stuff, and I've given Alexander to Selphie, who has the magic section of junctions, including Siren, Quetzalcoatl, and Brothers. Now, the reason why I gave Alexander to her is simply because everybody else already has 4, and I'm not going to really do anything with it. In fact, the first thing I want to work on, and one of the few only things I want to work on for Alexander, is something called Med Level Up. And, well, we don't have it. We do have Med Data, and that costs a lot of AP to get. So, if we want, we can go to Ability, Card Mod Leviathan's card into Docs codes, and take that one of those Docs codes, which I don't need for anything else, teach metadata to Alexander, which automatically uses up those 200 ability points, learns the ability, and now we have the ability to work on Med Level Up, which I actually want to work on. So that just saved us a whole bunch of time on a new GF, and other than that, the only other thing I'm really going to work on with any urgency is Elemental Defense times 4. Protection against 4 different elements would be nice, and it'll basically make whoever has it have Shell Life and Full Life on, and they'll basically be immune to all magic damage. So that's pretty much all you need, and yeah, that's pretty much all we're doing here. High Magic Refine, if you're interested, that will turn like a Fire spell into a Firaga spell. Meanwhile, the low-level Magic Refine that we got earlier turns Fire into Fyra, but not Fyra into Firaga. So, there's that. With that being said, there is one other thing I would like to do. In the previous, well, 2 episodes back now, I'm in the wrong menu. We learned Speed Junction for 2 of our characters. The thing is, when you're trying to draw spells and 2 people are much faster, it gets tedious because 2 finish way before the last one. So, we need to give Selphie some speed too. Well, we got the ability to do that with the Speed Junction scroll. Now, I'm going to get a GF later that actually has Speed Junction on it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this to the Brothers GF, because the Brothers GF, well, I'm not going to be using it on my main team forever. It's going to be shifted over to backup, which is why I'm gathering spells for everybody else in the party. So now that we have that, we now have Speed Junction for everybody, and we can increase our speed dramatically. Tornado is the highest so far. I believe what I want to put on here is triple, though, because triple is broken levels of good on your speed stat. Which means that over here on the magic stat, we're going to have to find something else. And I think pain is the next best thing. Other than, of course, Ultima. I'm using pain for something else right now. So yeah, we'll do that. And for now, I don't need death protection anymore. If you want, you can put reflect on there. Give yourself a little bit of protection against everything. Same works with Isuna, gives you 20% protection against most things. I'm not a big fan of that just because it's not a guarantee, but that's an option if you're so inclined to do that. But yeah, we want protection against Confuse and Berserk. Those are the 2 most important ones to protect yourself against. And then we're just going to do the same thing over here. Where are my triples? There we go. That's the wrong spell. And you don't have status defense yet, but we're working on that. And same thing here. We will give you triples. And pain goes here. And protect ourselves against Berserk and Confuse. Leave you with the drain on because that's very nice for you. That should be good for now. With that being said, now that we have triples junctioned and a whole crap ton of speed, we actually want to go back into the config and we want to move the battle speed down to half. As sad as that is, we want to keep moving it down because it continues to give us more of an advantage, because we've basically, as the name triple would suggest, we've basically just tripled our speed. And the game can't keep up with our ability to do that. So yeah, we definitely want to turn that down a little bit. I've noticed that they actually do that predominantly in speedrunning. They'll turn it down just to give themselves more of an edge when you speedrun this game. So that's something interesting to know. Zell, what are you doing over here? She'll snap out of it eventually. Well, they told us we need to go find a loan, but we've talked to two of our party members, both Quistis and Zell, the guy I was just talking to, and then got completely distracted and ran off to go save. But anyway, yeah, so two people have mentioned it. Be dear and take care of things till I get back. The game kind of doesn't direct you here so much as it nudges you in this direction. Now, if you're like me and you're wondering, who is this and what happened to Squall? You're not alone. I guess the sudden loss of someone who he was relatively cold to before, but maybe secretly liked, is having more of an impact on him than we would expect. Maybe it kind of broke his, his emotional defenses that he's had put up for so long. But this kind of seems to come out of nowhere. Yeah, she was full of life, but you were full of, not giving a crap. Want to hear your voice, huh? Can only imagine this scene under voice acting. That was a... Hello, Laguna Sequence! Hello! Okay, for those of you who have played this game before, if you've picked up Timber Maniacs number 9 in the Shumi Village, Ward's not here. As dumb as that is, that one of the most obvious ones that you're almost guaranteed to find, it makes it so Ward does not show up here. I don't know why. I don't know who figured this out. Probably someone who just didn't get any of them and then ran through the game and it's like, oh, look at that. We have Ward now for some reason. But yeah, you need to pick your party members, and the game is rude and it removes the junctions from the characters, but they still have the spells. So you can't just pick the characters that have the highest amount of HP if you haven't been paying attention. So luckily I've already set up those two. We don't, Zell and Irvine don't have any extra spells or anything like that, so we're just going to go with that. You can junction exchange if you want, but that requires you knowing who has what junctions. But yeah, if you're like me and you try and pick up everything before coming here, Ward is not here. We got no money. Somehow, well, considering Ward can't talk, I don't think he's going to add much to the scene, but it's kind of weird that way. Stayed at the hotel so often, probably to listen to Julia. Everyone take your positions. Yeah, this game is pretty anachronistic. We're in a world, with computers and, we got movies and stuff, and yet we have underground trains and people seem to live in these cities that don't seem very technologically advanced, and some of them do and some of them don't, and I have no idea what type of world this is supposed to be. It's like every single country has their own level of technology and there's like no sharing. Oh well, this game is weird. Well, we got the job. Let's make some money. What kind of costume is this? What kind of costume? Oh, he's a knight. The director is also filming, playing the part of the sorceress. There are 2 actors, 1 director slash camera guy slash producer slash lighting guy slash everything. This is a crap film, isn't it? Nice to meet you. She looks like the Queen of Cards. I'm not exactly sure why that's supposed to be a, you know, like, sorceress, but whatever. Need someone to play the dragon. You 2 back there. Guy playing the dragon is sick. Put on the dragon costume, just kind of walk down here. I'll pay you. Alright, more money is more money. If Ward isn't here, I think they just get Kairos to do it by himself. If I remember correctly. That was an interesting sound. This screen is also interesting. I just like this area. This area just looks cool. Here we go. Scene 12, Death of the Sorceress. Well, you have 2 actors in your film right now and 2 guys playing a monster. I have a feeling this would be the end, but if you're at scene 12 and you're already at the end of the, you know, the climax of the film where the sorceress dies, seems like you're not a very long film. Maybe it's a short film. And action! Save me from the wicked dragon. Oh, he's a good actor, I see. Getting all nervous here. What's with this gunblade? I haven't used one of these since training. Kind of like this? Does that look familiar to anyone? I'll just put in some voiceovers. Yeah, probably a good idea. Bring on the dragon. Come on, guys, the dragon. That is one badass costume. Holy crap. Looks exactly like the real thing. Was the costume that big? Taking this seriously. Looks like the real thing. Whoa. Take it easy on me, Kairos. Yeah, Laguna, you're not so bright here. The dragon's kind of real. And, well, Sir Knight, it's all yours. I'm bailing. No more filming. Yep. The sorcerer's like, I'm out. I'm just an actress. Hey, don't leave me here. Gunblade. Doesn't have his weapon with him. So we have to press the square to defend, circle button to attack. And basically just keep attacking for the most part. There are times where you'll want to guard as well. From what I've read, it's when he recovers quickly. Like, he kind of recovered more quickly that time. He seems to recover quickly from his from being struck, then you'll want to defend instead. But yeah, this minigame's a lot easier than the other one. This one's really hard to lose, though the dragon does a lot of damage if it does manage to hit you. And as you can see, it's kind of dull. There's not a whole lot to it. Now's your chance, run. But yeah, if you remember that stance from way at the beginning of the game, someone else carried a gunblade in a similar manner. He wanted to be the sorceress's knight. This was even addressed in some of the stuff in the computer at the very beginning of the game. Cypher was a big fan of this film. He rented it all the time. And with that being said, he always wanted to be the sorceress's knight because of this film. He also must have learned his stance from Laguna, which is rather interesting. It's a connection that you don't always get to, that you won't get to make on a first playthrough a lot of the time. Something you'll see a lot more at, on a subsequent playthrough. And I really appreciate little details like that. It makes a game worth playing a second time around. Who are you gonna call? Okay. Ward? You alright? Hey, look at that. Time to kick some dragon butt. But yeah, hold on a sec. I don't think we want to be here. They run you back, give you a save point to save at, and yeah, if you got the magazine, you won't have access to Ward here, and you'll only have 2 party members to work with. However, if you remember when we ran into Ruby Dragons before, they have this breath ability that they can use when you have 2 party members. Brothers and Alexander. And so it seems kind of cool that they'll put you in a situation against such a powerful foe and then basically handicap that foe if you only have the 2 characters. But if you decided to bring our friend here, my words are escaping me, I think I had Flare on there. If we skip out on that one thing, we can bring Ward with us, and it just makes life a little bit easier for us. Alright, so if you haven't drawn an extra set of flares, meteors, or reflects at this point, you can do that from this guy, and you can level him up, and you can make your life a lot easier. And you have Ultimas, so let's put that... Alright, we just switched up our setup. Everything is basically set up the same as I had it before. I was thinking about moving Ultimas around and stuff like that, and I think on Ward there, he's got Ultimas on his magic, because I've got full of them. But other than that, nothing else too special. The one other thing that I made that was different was HP plus 80. I have that on both Ward and Kairos, just to make this a little bit easier. And I didn't know you could run into enemies around here. Okay, that's fine. You fight. It's the start of Disc 3. We're fighting bite bugs. You can tell why this was one of my hints for this game. You fight the same damn enemies all game long. It's kind of sad, actually. You just spend way too much time fighting the same enemies. But anyway, with that aside, life rings from the Mesmerize there, which I don't care about. Let's just get rid of poison here real quick. Also, notice the area. Trabia Canyon. Hello. I don't know if this is technically a boss or not. You have to beat it. I don't think you can run away from this guy. So there's that. Can we run? Yeah, you can't escape. So let's see. I have a low-level variant. You can use level up if you want and then card him. In this case, I don't need to draw anything from him, and I don't need to draw anything or, get any specific drops out of him. So we'll just attack him here and finish him off rather quickly. I love Dark Side with Drain. Such a great combination of abilities. But yeah, other than that, there's not much to this fight. You could card him if you wanted to, but it's not necessary. We gain a bunch of experience. Gain a bunch of AP, which we need. just keep coming. We're out of here. Yeah, take a look in the background there. There's something on the far right side. It's glowing. It seems to be floating in midair. It seems Laguna's noticed it too. You don't get a long time to look at it unless you just sit there and don't advance the dialogue. The music there, I swear, that music is like a callback to, I want to say Final Fantasy VI. It's the auction music in Final Fantasy VI. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I was actually trying to look it up before when I was changing up my setup, but I couldn't find... I know I've seen it somewhere. It references back a specific track. I'm pretty sure one of those songs that we heard is a reference back to the auction in Final Fantasy VI, though. I can't disconnect. Yeah, what is this? What's going on? Hello? Oh, I'm assuming this is a loan. You can't control your ability when you're asleep, huh? Use your spirit. Not here either. So Laguna was here, at the orphanage. Presumably back in the day, considering it's always raining here. Now, if you remember, we learned in Shumi Village that Laguna was badly hurt while looking for Alone, who had been kidnapped by Etsar's soldiers. So this must have happened either before or after, but in and around that same time. And apparently the reason why they were looking for her is because they wanted a successor for Sorceress Adele. No, but she's just so cute. Laguna is so pure of heart, it's almost not even funny. What's the matter? Just the fairies. It's interesting he said that right after we heard Squall's thoughts. So Squall has gone from being basically super distant to being basically obsessed. That's one hell of a turn there, Squall. You can't change the past. I just found that out. Actually, you can change the past. If you get that magazine, war disappears from existence. Or at least from that scene. When I was kidnapped, Uncle Laguna went on a journey to find me. But because he did, Uncle Laguna wasn't able to be by Rain's side when she died. Her newborn baby. Oh. Oh. Is? You can't go back that far, huh? I can only send you inside someone I've met before. Seems your ability has limits. So they now have this two-way dialogue going on that as long as Alone has established this connection, they can have. Didn't we just go through the fact that that doesn't work? I don't think she can hear you. She was connected before. I don't think she can hear you if you're just screaming at the top of your lungs, which I'm assuming you're doing. Yeah, the that white seed ship came to grab them, or grab Alone. Maybe Adia would know where the ship is. We find alone. Maybe we can go back and figure out what happened to Rinoa. That's the trigger you need to go back to Adia and ask her about that. But that's pretty much all the time we have for today. Next time, we will talk to Adia, see if we can figure out where the seed ship is, and I'm going to go get more Ultimas because Ultimas are awesome. That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.